true tackles. Only actually lost 14 challenges and committed 12 fouls, which is minimal when you compare it to other fullbacks. So it'll happen every now and again where he might get caught out of position. He might have to commit a foul. He might possibly lunge in and concede one. But in terms of the volume of it compared to a lot of other fullbacks, it's not particularly high. Again, with Robertson, it's difficult to compare it too much because obviously comparing across teams, the way the areas players will be dribbling at Andy Robertson is different to where they'll be dribbling at Milos Kerkez, generally speaking, because teams obviously play deeper against Liverpool, so they might have more space to run into. So you've got to take things like that into account. But yeah, Kerkez, again, given an interview, I think it was with The Athletic earlier this year, where he mentioned how much he's worked on his defending and how much he puts into it. And it's, I think, in the modern era of the fullback where you're like, do they even know they're supposed to do any defending? It is nice to hear a player emphasising how much importance he puts on it. And again, if he's going to be playing next to Virgil van Dijk, I'm sure he won't need telling twice that he's got to do his defensive shit.
Range anyway can reference David Siga and some kafa boy friends Kekes na udru team my friends AC Milan omo legend friends Paolo Maldini and any birthday and just no do better only Paolo Maldini and some anything better but anyway about one club pair and one AC Milan na the say can say unum son retire age 44 na age 44 no what boy 25 seasons and the team my friends AC Milan the trophies or 26 na me ba chom my on the time I'm with Timbia AC Milan and no counting and penny for and so every time number 3 Jason AC Milan Bobo Kona so here and then I would say no do birthday once again when him a friend some me pacho a paro a Maradini and some and a dimber dabomo my main fan to Johnson reference of Felipe Melo wababa to say young fan to Bianum so ha would room na so ya on the demo a day of them says here we want to draw Messi and no a demo now the enjoy sign and say Messi no also the greatest ever on a bubble as on say for player bia and some to Leo Messi also Leo Messi Jan Sopa or say a man for cancel reference Ronaldinho Diasis Morian Gaucho and a Manchester Dona and support to Tima your friend some FC Barcelona name one of the only man some reference Leo and some Leo Sans or any share baby Jamo or some Nanya some Quetta cry was to baby nine to come not just a Messi Cabichano no some Cabian channel name Santo Kandi Omodia Tomachikra. Na Adeba ko kanche wianse nyina. Sa Orania friend say Leo Messi o the greatest ever. Enom kakram nseka. Winum to reference Mesut Ozil. And some player ba ko e ban assist ha obua kra. Udo Premier League ni ma esuno ye brutal. Sounds na German Bundesliga, La Liga, Champions League, e ban Europa League, Euros and after World Cup o ye brutal. Enom aya branchena. Ye friend say Mesut Ozil. Mami fan to chance reference Pep Guardiola. We want ni team friend say Man City. Winum say goalkeeper your friends Ederson Moraes Santana Onusina Academy City Bobo Kuno Wababon Tim and Central 14 Komo Bebre na Yabusan says wo kra no odachim et say e wot my friends Man City nano yeteso ko Saudi Arabia nano yeteso ko Chima your friends Arsenal nano yeteso wo ko ayempa Chelsea na sai ana beka chem aye yan Central for yenti abrantia your friends Ederson Moraes Santana.
My future is here. Some friends send me a lot of news, but 99% is fake news. I understand you guys. You need the news to put a like on the social media or range for the news. I understand, but it's a lot of fake news around my name.
You said about how next season will be better. You'll definitely be part of that next season.
Yeah. My head is here. I stay with the city. I give everything for back to in the Premier League again and try to win the Champions League as well.
Range and reference we want others announces ordinary this to channel would whatever Rainbow Hotel or just a Rainbow Hotel no Honomono present youth program cooking skills and now some quick talk a banso a year Beyonce Forest na no July 2025 and upon watch it na ya chance here. Na team no say unity ye ka bom tin youth no momra ma kire mo bobre ati say ha o say duane de muhunu noa na dwumadie bi ba chom arama of Everpure Company Limited or a youth leader or some president or no any city now so entinum ya twen for bibia so biamre na on for tomo to nyame antoma 6 July 2025 e Odwazo Forest we ensom a youth program cooking skills no wonima duane no na chese wa kire obobre amount to cheno som kama enso kama nyame boa ye nyina ebeko 6 July no na ye do double dom atese duane de youth no so musua duane ye atese ha tituru ani ema no monsua duane ye du ba bi ne so kwa ware a ye besam amoaba entedu ho no mo nyina yenko boa eye awrama na bibia nso anya kama enso anya kama ma menyem na eye Ricardo entro so mfiri ho na tutu nso anya fine.
Right, me that say Bossman and I attending Kano live on Silver 98.3. Ya confirm my so confirm on nsem no e de buy.
I bet to say you baby I mean timi.
Ka chen say on fa credit na no nya do gina ho chechero. Onya ya mpia no chechero.
Ampa wakai me. Oh, me come bag ma basisi ya no ano ye hu bi.
Ka chen say me die eni ka ohu yanko anka. Na me die waka ne die. Opa okoma me wata o su na se wo. Me su mi aba.
Eno ano no.
Me attack na do. Minimum ball off.
That's how they ensure
me. You come my friends.
Yende tifu ase na yenchi omo se ne na da ya ba ye no no. Yendo ma se de bi omo koso no mo gibre no mo tie Silver 98.3 still I Facebook na eguso ye di hu juma ati. Enche kra bibia be fine na. Omo so etimi join the page.
Yeah, Silver 98.3 FM.
Silver
98.3 FM.
Yes.
And you know, all this is here for phone ko Facebook no so. Silver 98.3 FM. Madama all like page and what follow.
Yes.
Na ya building afi ya queen name who say name. And so ko. Yeah.
Yes, now what me join because community no more the power.
Yeah, sure.
Also bantem na yitimi na yitimi build the shim. After say Simeone Inzaghi a free Inter Milan and so team nim ekoye no. Na coach ana mehwe na nim sen company fo na de ne beba some ran be new Inter Milan omo head coach no na coaches too na Thomas Frank na afensu no openye friend say Roberto Di Zerbi sa coaches ni mienu na menim say ye den a Inter Milan for no because of say omo system a ya build ya to honum and openye friend say Antonio Conte e de ba Simeone Inzaghi ne so no eye the 3-5-2 formation nti coaches ana me wo gidie wo mumu pa say omo so betimi abosa 3-5-2 no eti sene na Simeone Inzaghi bo eti sene na Antonio Conte bo no eye Thomas Frank ne owo Tottenham Hotspur e na afi so Olympic Marseille coach ono so no ye friend say eye Roberto Di Zerbi sa coaches ni mienu pa e na me wo gidie pa wo mu especially pa Thomas Frank because so for Brentford team na wo honom na ni resources are na Thomas Frank e wo no enye resources are obetimi aka say e wo animu bebre enso hwe adwuma Thomas Frank e de Brentford nso team ne ye e me ye ball season ne kura wiye no mu players ani ye come asempa no eye Joan Wissa and afi so no Brian Mbuemu asa two players ni and ye try say betimi find clubs nso etimi dia mo no so etimi akọ edisenko ba benya Inter Milan setup no Inter team no na onya sa players no mo ho no no Lautaro Martinez mo Mkhitaryan mo Marcus Thuram mo sa squad we mu na nkonya ya ka we bibi kire say opanyi ko betimi ya adwuma no impo abro ni enka oyeye ewo eye Brentford nso etim nim bankwa nkobasa e no modi adwuma ne ma Christian Kivu yes Christian Kivu time na wo Palmer no so bo in the same 3-5-2 na pepepe ba na kamia yesa na Christian Kivu na ne mfe enya ndu ho no mtina menhye da ngini ndi kese but in the last 2 games ewo Club World Cup nim our body tia Urawa Red Diamonds boy interfo ne boy and afensu no omosa boy and enre ya na sa homachi mpo e di etia River Plate no ema afedie kamia yesa me yenya gidie kakra e wo panyin musu emu because obaye no o maintain the 3-5-2 formation na Antonio Conte any Simeone Inzaghi eja honom no o toa so de fi honom a ba ono so ne philosophy no opese o de niam kakra bi eka omo team ne ho sebe ya afi no no so ne system and a bit dominate e wo ye Inter Milan side nim enti no ne de no de di kan pa ne say although say obo in the 3-5-2 formation but your coach aya no person that be in the team no omukuta a lot of the ball right so omu win possession no so omu bo games na feel no omu fanye omu build ups no more ento bibia o hwe Inter games ni bibia hu ni say Inter team no this time around say na nkie nim Inter under Simeone Inzaghi say omu je ball na aya 1-2 quick passes na feel omu draw position ni po nim no under Christian Kivu and Tisa omo to omo boase omo pass ball na around omo che ball no so pa this time ansa na ball no eno so omo timi e dia come ani against a Red Diamonds omunya 82% ball possession and afei so omu game enra nwumre anasa ahomachi omu boy against River Plate so omunya 56% of ball possession anka those days under Simeone Inzaghi ameka omu game against Barcelona team no ewo San Siro Barca ebo almost 82%.
Sure.
Na afezu Inter na numbers 18%. Omo ye team omo no omo nkuta ball na nche bibiri. Banda Christian Kivu eye ade a eno so omo ye this time around omo so timi ekuta ball ni yie pa. E na afi de to so mienu a ama mani agi Christian Kivu ho pa yie ne se oye coach ba ko a eye na open rotations eye yie pa. E na afezu no osama young players so chance. Enti enra omo games no kramka ya boss so far e wo tournament we mu no. Osho mani mu honom na normally na Lautaro Martinez plus any other striker bia we available to da kwa na in most situations no no ane Marcus Thuram na ebo so oni honom a na afia de Arnautovic mo anase Mediterranean mo so aba be kan Lautaro Martinez no but in this tournament we maintain Lautaro and we ma Exposito chance say Abrante and embo in absence of Abrante and friend say Marcus Thuram any honom no Exposito na ebo and ahomachi mpokwa ne kokonya boy na ono so timi share goal edema Inter and you could see any GNL boy anymore. Se coach a friend says Simeone Inzaghi, and Yanni Mujidie, a dinta team no etimiation so on Lautaro Mienu, and a Egina Nimuhono Mulidi Lions, and so at the moment. After against Urawa and so, yes, who said, Naya Luis Henrique, and an Egina right wing back position, but Ahumachin against a River Plate, no, Yakokonya, a Rantanam, your friend said Danzel Dumfries, a name so on at the Bia Obono, I know Nasisia and Ra. On also a boss a game, and that's how much your boss a game no at the MI Inter Milan. And so aside into your coach up a lot of rotations on the squad in year pa and also to 8 me buano and my team also 8 me so a near on also so airpen. I think up the friend is pressing. Meaning a shot, send me the normal first picture no pressing pass. Oh, yes. Inter for and the opinion friend is Simeone Inzaghi. Omo press no ayana na anoding. But under Christian Kivu no almost almost press it very, very high. And this time around, almost committed a lot of men forward. And in this situation, Crown, Ubetimia can players bear Makumako 5. Almost our River Plate, almost boxing him. No almost stopping River Plate, so almost transition. No, it is a war opposition. Now, boy against Inter, under Christian Kivu. Finding a very, very difficult to say. Want to wait me build it from the back because Nemran Teno de Biomu and Muhono or Mujina will console and it makes it very, very difficult. Someone to wait me recycle born. Now was waiting me idea obey each time beyond so to me break import the first line of press in the crana. Or moon fin you on the there is no way someone's waiting me and so penetrate because in fin you on any honomo or make sure or meeting numerical numbers each time. Say by bebo na face no almost so etimi akọ omanim e wo honom na the problem e wo honom ni nyina no e sene Inter Milan for no almost so etifa so musi defend under Christian Kivu the normal defensive system na omu use na and Antonio Conte any Simeone Inzaghi no sabe pepe no panyin so to aso in the 5-3-2 compact and say untimi nya spaces in between Inter for omu defenders no each time bian omu defend very, very deep entino Emma spaces now benya between them no obre I guess we are human in excess and sana wetimenya sa spaces no but this time around under Christian Kivu obi bia wa hwe game ni bibia hu ni say opposition na omo ni interfere ne bo no omo timi create chances editia omo ama impo sa chances no ebi kran a result to goals etimen kai kran Red Diamonds for ne de na omo ye omo gina so edi shegu against Inter and ahomachi so no and I say in our first game against Montreal and so no ekokunya asade na say sie bi but enra de and omutimi keep clean sheet against River Plate and so on it yes almost 5-3-2 defense no or maintain and one but the problem is how almost ebesiafa so esia esade sa omo compact 7 na ya no mu use under Inzaghi and Antonio Conte ne beba in this situation omo men e wo box nim bebre but still now you konya River Plate for no say almost timi gina so almost side e create sa chances ni na and yes so far meka ne say omo ball na omo ball under Christian Kivu no and share them nu esuro honum yie pa de ba opanyi kakran ye hu say Christian Kivu boys no so the system na say now omo free group nim omo go to the round 16 omo next game no omo ball against Fluminense another team almost omo intensity no e was through yie pa. that is why you say Christian Kivu bet me the boys and so a movie from around 16 so at the akon anima because I say the standard as you see our that one Inter Milan team and it's ubetimi the Inter drew at least the semi-finals or the finals because under Simeone Inzaghi you saw quote 2 Champions League finals, one against Manchester City and after the second one also against Paris Saint-Germain. And this how your coach near the be replaces such a coach say standard now was set out one so when team for team ne kura nkonko do final ni bi kura na e was say with team do omko do the semi-final stage no say be ya Inter supporters no any omo matwa team ne ho ahia ne be dia tum say indeed we are the right man for the job. And the 44-year-old man Christian Kivu pressure na wo no esu ye pa but with the players now omo Inter team ni no say boys ne ten system na say etisen you see person obo ne ball no omo timi ti ase na no so etimi biem ema boys no me gidi so no so betimi ne boys no so etimi akọ akiri ye pa because a sider wo Lotaro wo Marcus Thuram mienu lead lines wo Nicolo Barella wo mfinfin honom wo Aslani wo Zalewski okọ akiri honom Bastoni Stefan de Vrij omo nyina so wo honom ne plus omo goalkeeper Jean Soma ewo honom na wasa kwa Luis Henrique ededa free Marseille ededa no so ba be hye team nim as right wing back no so was our players we mu nyina wo set up mu dia then it means opanyi enema so umie wani kakra bi peka ho a so betimi akwanim although say Kivu onji title no ebi as a coach there but with the squad me ogidie soronko pa wani mu say say ye season na say in the Serie A opanyi no so betimi make a huge impact ewo honom wa hye our tournament nim kakra in last 2 games there my very impressed with the Jumana open friend say Christian Kivu so ewo honom against Fluminense you be heard your so ebetimi aye now from last season core seasons na atwam ni nyina no one thing I for sure yen nyina yen say Pep Guardiola set Man City team up in a 4-3-3 formation omo 4-3-3 na ya na omo set up no so Man City for no attacker aya na etai ko hu se City for no o ma chire honom no esesa na ba be a 3-2-6 formation and as say etimi a 3-2-5 formation na chese one of the fullbacks no eba be ka the pivot no a ono no mfimfi no ba be ka omo ho na fe o matimi anya the double pivot no e wo honom se be ya betimi stop opposition no so omo threat of counter attacks bia eno so betimi ba Man City for no so basisi yi no in the tournament na ya bona ya Club World Cup no Pep Guardiola egusu all try a lot of experiments in so honum against Al Hilal and Al Ahly and Al Ain mum omu game omu boy against Al Ain no yehu Pep Guardiola osesa ne nsan no asisi ano Pep twam fonyini bi e dia kire say from next season no English Premier League nim no this is the way up City for no so ebesi abo or started team ni up in a 4-2-3-1 formation there. But City for any attacker on your screen no. City team no omutimi attack in 2 different ways. One, omutimi attack in the 3-1-2-4 formation. And also say in a 3-1-6 formation. O share chire wonom na backline dey Inter that into benya Josko Vradiol, Manuel Akanji, Kusanov. Omo dey complete the back 3 no for Man City. Afei the pivot no ni gina honom na Nico Gonzalez. Then Ushen Fifi onoma Ike Gundogan and Bernardo Silva mienu and operate as the double 10s for Manchester City. Afei Ryan At-Norin so occupy the left half spaces no and answer the left wing no and Matthias Nunes complete the right wing no and Echeverri also occupy the left half space and Haaland also occupy the right half space. So this is a typical 3-1-2-4 formation na Man City for no eyusu ya against Al Ain oh mo gina so e de share sa goals no mo share no 6 goals and a City for no share omunya a lot of numbers e wani mu honom and that is what Pep Guardiola pe say onya because when the setup nim sisi yi na ontimi nkoso ntoa so ma fullbacks na enjoy na mfimfin honom because akwakam e wani mu honom onya nuru akire ho afi Matthias Nunes so akwakam onoto so enya nuru honom and afi agye defenders na miensa no agye omo wo honom plus Nico Gonzalez and to City players na afi na omo nyina edi mrika omo ebe akire ababe boa defense no yes and Akanji and Kusanov enti omo na City players na omo wonom enti no overcome players 4 against 3 in this situation akwakam there be wentimi ama
on recovery
okọ no koka mu opanyi one Matias Nunes nyina omu nyina kwa koka mu at this situation omu nya mai ahomachi anase nwumre mabo against Juventus so we Juventus bo na we just have spaces where Juve players no meet media hete on because Yildiz ewo ho afi Randall Colomwani nso ho no Timothy Weah mu nyina ye players so we just have spaces where nim ato no ma o meet me ba hete ye pa Al Ain the o form hu die enti no ho no me the City enyo muti didim ewo but against Juve na nwumre so mo say leave spaces no in between almost formation de ekọ ekokoya attack that is the 3-1-6 and also the 3-1-2-4 formation so mu just have spaces ni biem esa wa chire onom dia and opanyi na City for na so be hie pa so against Juventus yes Juve for no so dan ya almost be defend in a back five there but City for no so e players are almost be timia breaki sa back five na down ye nyina ye hu opanyi a ye friend say Igor Tudor kwanya na boys no so far so esi boy against WAC send no musi faso si defend send no musi faso esi control mfimfi honom send na attack no so esi faso esi tie edihwe mfimfi honom no hwebo a William Thuram boy o dominate mfimfi against WAC o make sure say o be neutralize WAC for no o attack na eba ni nyina na afi no watimi aboa ama Yildiz mo so atimi nya spaces no na mo so atimi dia join attack no na afi Randall Colomwani nso atimi position hu ye sebe ya boss no so betimi aba no ho ba hwe
Thuram o Kefren Thuram
Kefrem Thuram, sorry. Kefrem Thuram. And so e won fifi o se no si e dominate ye. E won fifi o e de boa Juventus team no. Omo ya de pa against WAC. But ene ye behwe so omo betimi ato asa de na so a sa Alberto e wo right wing back position honom. So no so betimi abosa ball no boy. Na fe Cambiaso. And so Andrea Cambiaso so on the left wing back no so almost betimi defending very well. E attack very well there. And then against Man City no only time will tell you be say no mo so beti afa aye adwuma no now obia tries obetimi nya Manchester City and Real Madrid game no that is what obia pese omu
round of 16
yes round of 16 no but the City Kamia say City etimi nya win dia me sure say sa match ne bia na edinya
amebo Juve
Juventus so de nya no na amanfo bebiri na so epe bo pese omunya a big match pa so de Xabi Alonso so and the boys no hono ba and then you know me sure say Pep Guardiola and the boys no omo bibia almost betimi dia win and the game no until after 90 me sure so almost betimi nya sa win na ye no so ye pese Man City for no so etimi enya wo hono until then you City e be qualify yes opanyi me was agidie ni pa se Man City for no so e betimi qualify but me jaba ku bi wa say sha mame Ryan Atnori kwan what for so esi defend no
Silver 98
opanyi se Atnori e wa chiri hono na se otimi cover e wa chiri hono dia trust Ryan Atnori say in a 1v1 situation untimi so mfa ne nko
okay
he always positions himself very very well sebe ya ano so no untimi nya sa space no na so untimi fa ball ne nko nti ene se Ryan Atnori enso timi sa draw back na obade a Kamia say ono so betimi defend ye pa na no so etimi aboa na ma memfa Arsenal dey no fencha to because the yet say
very snappy
yes very snappy the yet say after say Arsenal ewie the signing of Kepa Arrizabalaga on the baby number 2 for goalkeeper David Raya no almost sound to say we no garden so di no the yet say Arsenal akọ Valencia and Christian Mosquera omo defender no so edi nkomo he say the Kamia say Arsenal de infinfi honom ene akire honom na ena omo pese omo strengthen animu honom ne de enhyeda enkom plans ho akire honom no owo Gabriel Magalhaes e wo honom dada owo William Saliba enso wo honom dada o say kwa kofa abrantie nso e de na free Valencia de na ba Mosquera e wo just 20 years boy no last season okola liga ni ma oka players omo win ground duels dodo pa na e abrantie friend say Mosquera on win ye 100 plus and akwa no so timi nyai afi o de percentage na 70.5%. It is said there Kamia say Arsenal there omo pese omo to work kese pa e wo omo mfinfin honom ene omo achiri honom next season ese kaka ahwe ya Arsenal kura de because one go kura omo consider because the Arsenal for chire idi opanyi e ya hadwen Arsenal you be a yin na ye hwese nkombeto strikers no the attention is rather on strengthening omo midfield no and afi nso no omo defense nti yes Arsenal e wo market ni ma opanyi omone Christian Mosquera from Valencia and so AD enkomo teno so e be follow na ya hwede side no so e be kwakusi.
Yes, thank you very much Prince the defender and I atene nka no or in person muna ba e won crofama so the foreign front
Ame Kwadam Patron and so any encore. The sports engineer, Gariba. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Sebibi Ayeku.
Also here.
Fantastic
one. I'm in the Kanchia ABC.
Yeah,
so for my
exactly.
Italy. I was excited as an African, as somebody who watched Yaya Toure at his peak. So I say, you can't game no na you can't African players or moko amanoni eko bobo ni ya. Yeah, me say over 5 Yaya Toure obebom. There is no way I'll be top 5 African footballers or moko Europe. Eko bo ni ye. Eja umudi etu European continent no so no. Yaya Toure ni di enka ho. Yaya Toure di enka ho. Esan nyoma pa okoye ewo FC Barcelona and then Manchester City Football Club. Apart from club side, over national team footballer, Yaya Toure adia for Ivory Coast in 2015, winning the Africa Cup of Nations against our own Black Stars. It makes Yaya Toure an absolute legend. Nidino Nidino, it rings a bell. Born in the no nimboye pa. Ojina midfield one or football no or bar. The gangling Yaya Toure obianti me and stop ono. Yaya retire. Na Yaya retire no ono so person go into coaching. Sure. Enti question Yaya na maybe some wanna say Yaya Toure di or G ne ball Obama Barcelona, Obama Manchester City Football Club no. Eda bi beba Barcelona di ne first team bema Yaya Toure so be coach ana. Manchester City Football Club na ewo ho no eda bi beduru o mbefre Yaya Toure say Yaya what boy man we a legend brabe coach the Manchester City Football Club ana
so be gina modemo so
say
be gina modemo so
so we'll delve into that enya modemo nko you understand Frank Lampard we pie mo Chelsea na modemo me no abo in coaching onye hwe be say the man
no is it that Derby County
then na no ai
it's not the Derby County for no I qualify boy.
I qualify ko we. Mainstream coaching. Zidane cover Real Madrid aba be Champions League atwas. Na dey na Zidane I o coach mu. Katere me.
No coach Madrid junior team.
Did dey na why? No. What's be depend on modern boss. So I'm giving you instances European players here more big jobs are no mo nyehwe.
So we so afeni
on TV she
so we na first job the first job no betima ma na so Yaya Toure na obe ride on no dey nya a bigger one in the future
so wanya jobs be say nya afeni any first job why assistant coach try to say why assistant coach we Rooney okay we Rooney put say Manchester United biggest job here no e dey ama we Rooney enti me fa we Rooney
so ateta ko assistant
Xavi Hernandez Barcelona confirmed it Qatar. A lower league, Middle East. Born na born and you're competitive. But Barcelona confirmed by identity because you're a legend of the club. And you're money mono musha your mudi can and you money mono some of these players and you're money mono mudi can. But the fact that Hernandez is a Barcelona legend, coach you all side no, you confirm Brandon be coachy. You're African players baby Omabo for big air class obuso mu coach o lower ties yama mo big job yama mo sa big job no now and the news abana say Yaya Toure on your screen Bobo Kwewo Belgium your friend Darren Brussels a new team Leon owner na so ayen wakoto new club e Belgium na team no wakoto ye no e na wasesandi na ye no Darren Brussels na also ohwemu an wahwe system no ma the opposite obey head coach Edima Sani new team wakoto Belgium no Yaya Toure African John Textor of financial difficulties international ayeshe ono ankasa so na no work Crystal Palace no enti the ownership of these air clubs came under scrutiny so with Lyon being relegated to Air League 2 wo mu so obe appeal the decision no name any new team ombesha say the second division Belgium. Na ya me dey say African player no so onko head coach Yaya Toure nkomo no eguso ekwanima officially for announcement by now Yaya is going to be the head coach there. Yaya Toure retire no obey assistant coach edema the Saudi Arabia national A team ebesi ni role ono so occupy no na emom sa job we na beba be Yaya Toure's biggest for Yaya Toure. So maybe some will say after Darren Brussels, will Yaya Toure ever have the chance to become the head coach of the Barcelona team? Based on history and based on what has happened over the years, Eden, Because some of these clubs, you know, I don't know why former African stars, they don't give them the chance. Like I've explained with Xavier Hernandez, you know.
Yeah.
Now another aspect is the same. I'm a research kakrano. African stars, baby, now yeah, retire. Shut down pay coaching. Obey coaching Ukraine. I said, shut down for na come on William on net dedicated. I will coaching now person obey and I say, engage yeah. I say, oh be oh yeah. Name so then I come and be William no obe put effort. Now what bloody connections I can see no. Yeah, African stars and baby na they are indifferent. I say a bar fine, I'm not fine. Already Oskin and say yeah bibinino ekotiao. Free African continent is already a disadvantage at the mount. And yes, I want to exceptional. For a branch of Colo Toure better screen also. Colo Toure is the last African player and can all bang mainstream European coaching. But within 2 years, Colo Toure has started Tiaba form. The career, it has been a downturn. Or you call it a nosedive.
Sure.
Because on Peja, be assistant coach with Brendan Rodgers. On the call Celtic, on the bar Bobo Kwefreno Leicester City.
Yeah.
After that, and our branch friend Colo Toure, Wakako PM or Manchester City or call Man City no or a academy coach, a retrogress.
Silver 98.
Because Obia Wako Anima to the extent say Colo Toure be a head coach at my Wigan Athletic,
sure,
our championship in him. And he said, be a head coach or championship match say. What bang the Premier League? But you got ya anko ye no mo pam Colo Toure. Ye pam no the next job academy coach at Manchester City. Not just an career path as a head coach, you know. Colo Toure at Tiaba for more konachi. Ye be saying no ose offer no lucrative on to mean turning it down. That is only a discretion. Ne career pa de say head coach. Obenya major breakthrough no. Colo Toure ekodai.
C'est scanso ye.
Ose
scanso ye.
Sky. Okay. Sky de obi anim say ye. But we Colo Toure now person obe African player. Wa be bobo na boni. A be na major job European footballer. Obe head coach of Wigan in the championship. Now next job academy coach for Manchester City. What ko wachi bebiri.
So we be on so one consider chiko no consider sika.
Entina make us a factors no edoso. Be opportunities no and no so from Colo Toure. Because you pam no from Wigan Athletic. Find a best fan into one I call a buy Manchester City Academy director Afreno. Say your person be under 19 coach. Nkra no be coach bi mai. And temper was ojitum. But say yeah can former African stars are on major job of European clubs there. Who will be our proponent for that? Who will be to say me a pese? Masha these players are pick from the 2000 or ever. Nan come in retirement and the games football clubs are we are from the top ones or European clubs. No, me person come African star and call leady. Major football clubs, but and sister. I say about four players now, European players now, no more retire. I'm one coach the major teams.
8.3 FM.
But free Africa and I say other continent are Eddie Mouse say one casa for my club our legend Ewo Hono on the power say bra ebe head coach Eddie Mai. And Colo Toure ebenye be say Colo Toure akwachi on Man City in Koran training no or training no from head coach in the championship to academy coach for Manchester City, it is a retrogress. Samuel Eto'o, on one pay coaching. Eto'o a legend in Barcelona.
Yeah.
Yes, Samuel Eto'o and co-coaching. No, he didn't fancy coaching. On another day, say administration.
Sure.
So on a fake effort, a president, and he clearly Eto'o a legend in Barcelona or a legend in Inter Milan. Now me just saying Eto'o going to coaching na Barcelona di juma di ene be manana. Ekwanya ebeda ho and I say Inter Milan come be friends so be coach omo team na Inter team omo head coach na. This is the question that I'm asking. But the happen say edeni bia eto so nim sa enti on do so coach no onkom
patron back
or going to management
ohwe from perspective now can ya ase oman bia so no okay I just say bia wabo oman ni man san de bia wonya kwan abe coachi and I say bia in fact the third okaso we Bruni to pick Bibini so because the Ghana be about Asante Kotoko. Mr. Ghana had apart from Asante Kotoko legends na nkasa say omako fo be free. Say bia ada club na say be say abe coachi Kotoko no so ya na say di.
Oh. Say did Dramani and Bokotoko.
Oh yes, not Nebono. It happens, but I say
Ogum so onye play one Bokotoko. Nobody only player, only player. Only record or a physical trainer. So they say Ogum your book coach.
Yeah.
They hide him.
Yeah.
So all of them are not former players of Kotoko, isn't it?
Yes, sure.
Yes, absolutely. And Obagana Hana 99.99% of Kotoko former players. They are Ghanaians.
98.3
We need that record when they say Ghanaian clubs. They call Bontia Kofa foreign players.
Foreign players, yes, sure.
You understand? But Okwa Manonia
foreign
absolutely. It's not me. Bisa who say eto ye coach and need to coach na Barcelona ko hwem na come be friend na. And I say or chance and be Barcelona next coach. It's Manchester City. I made a two-way. Yaya Toure a legend. I want to see say Yaya Toure copy more Belgium. The first head coach job. Na ekoye na a qualified team number the top flight or air Belgium. Na ekonya be do Manchester City a City be hire Yaya Toure say on be head coach. And Kebaya me de papa. And Kebaya me de. And I Kebaya adia and Taisi. Mame fa unko Germany, Mame Same Kofo. Kofo a legend war Bayern Munich. Sure. In fact, Bayern Munich abakosemu the only absolute African legend. Same Kofo. Asa. African player bienu a wako excel echeng Same Kofo. E Bayern Munich abakosemu. But on say Kofo on pe coaching.
Africans so do omuna do say na Bayern no kra bibo.
Yes, absolutely. So what I say? Kofo ko coaching mu. I'm going to coaching. Baby, so I was going to coaching Bayern Munich. Or be head coach or no chance there. Or be head coach of Bayern Munich now. But Thomas Muller, a chance or be head coach of Bayern Munich in the future. Sure. I so Chenko for the baby. Meaning say what the argument in discussion and the way I can say.
No correct.
Absolutely. Yanko Bobo ko friend Chelsea. Michael is a former Chelsea player.
Yeah.
Michael will coach him. He was assistant coach. Denmark, Netherlands, assistant coach.
Yeah.
ACN Chelsea beba be fan. That's is on head coach in my Chelsea.
Silver 98.3 FM.
Say Chelsea for Frank Lampard. Abraham no said that you be in mainstream coaching.
Yeah. No, yes, and play it.
Baby, I say Michael Essien or chance to become head coach of Chelsea in the future now. It's what. Boy, a legend or club in him. So research am I any say
Ibrahim Tanko.
Ose
Ibrahim Tanko.
Oh, Ibrahim Tanko team
Dortmund.
Now Otu Ado class when we need big job when na big shot of Dortmund. Academy one near the Otu Ado now. Ye Kofa is on be Ghana na your national team head coach, you know. One bend the head coach job of Borussia Dortmund. Abraham Pam coach no go no be interim. Be say di juma de ni be share on say Geno. Dabi omo nye. Omo nye so. So the research I've done, the mission and say African former players, you know, omo biggest job spa omunya of football, you know, and omo national teams. And the Kesia pa omu timiko. Say Real Madrid be for African player, ANC dampo. Because Real Madrid are probably 100 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't have the track record of African players. I mean, how many players in Punako PMO? You understand? Let alone say Obesa Kofa coach or your head or your Africa. Or no African players no said nibi. You understand me? No, I can't say okay, me Kofa me legend or your African player and Famra. So to 29 the big clubs say oh Europe no. African players omu ni chance back say but big shorter or more African
Silver
national
Sports.
teams or national teams and the highest they can go.
Silver Sports.
Into Uko Senegal omunya hwan Aliou Cissé. Cissé so obo class in you. Ebu say na kofa na say Cissé wa retire bra be coach. Wanyabi. be say oye ofri ni krom no de any krom Senegal no e ho de onya chance no e be head coach and he won the AFCON with them. Come to Ghana, Black Stars. Otu the biggest job awanya wo coach mu ni na
Black Stars.
Black Stars. Kwesi Appiah amba manoni. James Kwesi Appiah and so be the head coach at the Black Stars. Uko PM o might be to say Ivory Coast, MS5. Former player the team no.
Yeah.
He played abroad.
Sure.
But team men ekofano there be a name mine or a national team no a shenensa and o coach you. So for African players no African legends no omo djuma de kese pa omo tai nya no omo national team na emu menye big jobs e Europe wo. Because of that sort of African coach ejina AC Milan bench, ejina Inter Milan bench, Bayern Munich bench, Real Madrid bench, Manchester United, Liverpool.
Silver 98.3
na me hwe
FM.
trend na ebisu isi. Bena ntina yo say banesa. Clubs here me bobo mudini na so yen players no ko excel or some of them are legends there, but when it comes to coaching, management, it's a different ball game altogether.
They are not recognized.
Yes. Anything I make sure say young players no dodo na omo retire coaching no so no factor back no abrofo no tie into coaching baby etenye.
Okay.
Yes. The greatest Ghanaian player of all time is Abedi Pele. Oh no, for coaching ayahwe. Inti Abedi Pele, oko masia or a legend.
Sure.
Na nke beka sa Abedi Pele or retire no coach na nkane or head coach mama se nkanyafe. But Pele am going to coaching sa am fasa line no. Onu ne nania no tie to provide guidance and mentorship.
Sure.
To aspiring Ghanaian players. I don't know. Very good, very laudable. But when a coach na at the left and a Pele so right.
Right.
Or no boy, only coaching boy bra on pet. Ghana Black Stars. Kwesi Appiah Ababe head coach ama Black Stars.
Yeah, sure.
Otuado Ababe head coach ama Black Stars. But Pele am going to coach in the Black Stars coaching on Ben. Na ka hwe ne fair be fair. Senka Pele die kitani going to coaching ejina so to say Pep no mo ball Ancelotti no mo ball ni so still coaching no almost relevant.
Sure.
Yeah, African players yeah in this adi ni bi ho. I don't know whether it is apathy after playing football African stars no I don't know whether apathy omo fa coaching no hu se sen sanso na akwa enitia ekotia African footballers no in a bracket. Because you are more nimbo pa omukita din kese no omu going to coaching. Obiti said George Weah, the only African player to have won the Ballon d'Or, one going to coaching. We are post football politics. No ordinary HRA. I remember when I met Weah in Libreville.
Silver Sports.
I think 2015 yes, Olympic Palex was there. We sat down, we talked. And one of the questions I may be saying, no, you understand? And no, he didn't want to go into coaching. You need passion for that.
Yeah.
On the then said no person be agent of change or name my Liberia. And yes, truly, the dream no, Jodria Ebem, Emanaba be president, Ediama Liberia mine pain. But the rest of the African footballers, be brejidi in ball no bonsono, or man going to a coaching. And Emma Otu and European football no ma. African stars and former players and baby continue but Europeans and obo we are dasu wom and ni dasu jinamwa
Silver
8.3
FM
and big jobs in almost na eko edemom almost na eko demom Gattuso and the national team head Edimane man Italy Gattuso akopi mo Marseille na Gattuso record opa kwa train profile Gattuso na team kokochi wo Sion e wo Switzerland. And so no be PMO Marseille. Na Marseille is small club. And then Gattuso ko Italy on the head coach wo national team. But your African players be bria omunim ball no bochen Gattuso mo bochen no. But jumadi Gattuso anya wo European continent no so no. Ya turo onya bi da. Kolo ture anya bi. Michael Essien onya bi. Na Gattuso no ni bochen esi ana. onim ponchen yesie be path of a Gattuso baby onam no clubs are Gattuso ye de be man no Michael Essien nya money bi and now this is the research amakoya many etiefo ebeche enti enei a news na ba say Yaya Toure club a friend of Darren Brassos a openye friend John Textor wakoto enei yesi or the Bema Yaya Toure no a head coach or Belgian second A division. So who be when you know has match na wie ya. It is only a second division po. And your premier side the Bema Yaya Toure no. Second division. Think Ghana hanke division 1. But I want to wake up one day then I see some of these African legends, you know, as head coach of major European clubs. Because Mentias say in place 80 million legend. While they are playing as players at the Barcelonas, at the Manchester Cities, at the Arsenal, at the Liverpools, at the Manchester United, at the AC Milan. But then, when it comes to coaching, after they have retired, European peers now competing. Some of them, these African players, were even better than them. 98.3. But you know, some African players, Vincent Kompany the team we were England. Na Bayern Munich Kofa as ombe head coach. Na mpese mi bisa o African player. And as African coach o di team away. Bayern Munich ko be fa na. African coach po on fa team we no ya ma but Vincent Kompany the team away were England. Bayern Munich friend is a bra. E be fa job. One of the biggest jobs in football. It went for Vincent Kompany. That's why her trend now, Mo Salah, so if you don't venture to coaching, ultimately coach Liverpool. The trend isn't a media trigger. You don't know beforehand when it happened. This is the trend. You understand? Mo Salah. Sadio Mane. Because study football abakosem, who study football abakosem, African football abakosem, who study pa. Yeah, African former African player bia. What do pinnacle of a coaching pa? Ebi ni Bakukrase no, not a single one. 98.3. Not a single one. Because African legends are one in a greatest African player of all time. Yebebo Samuel Eto'o. Yeah. Yebebo Abedi Pele. Didier Drogba Ebeba. Obebo George Weah. Chireme him for na bruwe mo so. Owe mo a. Omumpo omo anya sa jobs ni bi. Ebi mpo dia coin to coach no. Because you say massa or kwa big jobs no ye mfa no because all babo ni na dey 23 say African coaches be African coach unya djumo bi amfa o regardless of how good you are and some of them no all babo ni na no so no babo ni we are on going to coach you know because ye onya job onya djuma no mpo back na e bia nke de be ma ni pia or no ye European e bia ye mfa sa back no emfa ema no into a SMCB a DBA a war in a footballer. I think a harding
Silver 98.3.
So your mom pie say Yaya Toure there. And your mother could dear one because me, my neighbor pass or Chinabi Yaya Toure, a head coach at the Manchester City. Ah, bah. Because Juma Toure be o for my city no. Charlie boy any ball with Diagro Premier League. No for no ba I say a tsunami NIC. Into a China Manchester City no do it now on a Gadula Yaya Toure. Me money budget as an African. I'll be very happy. You could be a Jina Benjamin will be or no Tibono or a legend. Or more my city Jina and or Kamubi. But Yaya Toure Obenya sa chance na or Chinabi Obenya sa chance na and a question now. So I say Kessia me bisa.
Me da say patron and I attend in Kano Silver 98.3 FM and Asugusu Awutiere. It is 21 minutes after 2. Me abana for the field sem no aba betwas. But before that, I mean try me ho na yeni aboafo no edwato ne do bomra sisi aye ba ya ka chiri bia ye de baba betwas. 98.3 FM on Facebook. Silver 98.3 FM on Facebook. Entino yenko na wadarma okwa page no yen like na yen follow. Yen like na yen follow page no na bibia ene fine pa. Silver 98.3 FM. Silver 98.3 FM on Facebook. Na yen like page no yen like we are. Na for ya follow na bibia so no etumi akoso pa.
kama enso honom na mayemra na afre mra medin koma hodo a ewo fie na bibia nso entumi enkoso yipa enso honom sanse ene efie nso no ensempi honom ayeba abedi ho enkomo na kopimia hya semfa fi kuma se asante kotoko asoye na yehwa asante kotoko enso enkomodi a ni nyina so no esi ekona bibia ento entumi ene fine pa na me hya se kotoko enra na beka chose na aprenkra kwa kopiem South Africa one empadifo ekodi nkomo no ma hwese asante kotoko enso ebetimi akobo the Toyota Cup amane na atumi akosue na me no ka say official launch no atumi abaso se ohwese ne nemasi kona biada na kwempa akofi ko hona ukọ we na platform no so na we ni wo ho bibri na print video no ni we ni na good it is anete we the Toyota Cup 2025 ebaso the 27th day and I said the 26th day of July 2025 Saturday Moses Mabhida Stadium and no Durban South Africa and as game no ebetumi abaso ntina Asante Kotoko eguso a omoye ahusiesie na nema nyina so no atumi akoso yepa enso de amomo
Silver 98.3 FM.
Eti sana ho sem na etie uhwema Asante Kotoko eno no ena na apenkra wo screen no so ene South Africa for na say the Kaizer Chiefs for no enso so no enkobobo no enso guso a ekoso kama enso ho no tino Kotoko ekita THB no THB no ekita Asante Kotoko na utumi sampa Kaizer Chiefs for no so do mo de aba ema bibia etumi etoto din ese eno no enso nsem ena me de ema no game no baso on the 26th of July 2025 ena sa game no enso ebetumi abaso anema nyina enso edada na kwem ntina na apenkra ni hu no yes na apenkra akosi ewu kontoponi afere hene yes the IMC chairman of Asante Kotoko na ono so no edesa na say omodisa nyama no enso etu eba ni na edo nkomobo no atu anim na enra unze Asante Kotoko start training enra na omo training num no
Silver Sports
justify na we dey training ana say yeden na ana nipa bebre ntiase say na adentina e wo se sane manema we na timba so say club to Asante Kotoko wo no wo bepe ya ukọ Africa na fe dey justify na wo ye na enum ne ebopni opinion na kasa edma kuma say Asante Kotoko lawyer Safuduku na yebisa lawyer say lawyer na Asante Kotoko na mo ye justify na sanse enema ye hunu dey asemo ye justify you yentie sema lawyer Safuduku ele tudwa
demonstrate what they can do. All of them are to report to be fair to them. You cannot use just this first session or this one session training to assess them. That is why the program will continue till Monday, by which time I think we would have given them enough time to demonstrate what they can do. All of them are to report tomorrow. Usually we would have asked some players to leave, but we thought that just one day will not be enough to do a proper assessment of them. So let us give all of them the chance to come back tomorrow. Probably after tomorrow's training.
Entilo ye chem say adne de ye ten so masaka chem mo mba justify na so mo nkom samra sa no me yankopem juada na omunya a fair view of players ni nyina nti adne de hu say sa na aba de aba na aba justify na na estimate na club akwa Africa de say we de nkani say ekamo yo no so da bia de no so wan hwe ya ne near plans mu senke ye justify but bibi say ya mu na so ne Yakuba mu nyina Kotoko enya omo entino bia hwan nim ekwa anim no na bia mo ye justify mu no na Asante Kotoko asan enya the next so ne Yakuba na sempo de oburo sa na bibia kosie yenti lawyer Safuduku nsem
to affect our activities, but I would say that we are compelled by circumstances to allow the young ones also showcase what they have in them. So yes, originally it wasn't part of our plan, but it was through some of these exercises that we had a player like Sonny Yakuba. So we thought that who knows, there may be another Sonny Yakuba or a better player than Sonny Yakuba. So let's
Silver Sports.
See, everybody has some. One for the club of Africa, we justify. The Africa pa pamoguma we justify. But anyway, sebet my other results and I send other results in the I am running crabia and able to me actually. Na me any come away na yanwe. Abrantia ni at the Bernard Somwa on say Somwa na oye kotoko player and kotoko edne call amanone emani kopie mu ewo club and bi ede shelter Vigo. And even na edda na come and so ewo no na yebisa say free Ghana e could do Spain no sing and anema esi komano.
Players and those facilities and everything is different. And for me, like anema no from me kone could do energy and easy me kono maybe person na difficult me could draw so me for anema difficult like na me nya playing time nessa things and I'm some pride but me come na anema sesa.
Eti Bernard Somwa ensem eno or say it has been very difficult for him or corner the papers and crata asem na ye bibia ho okodu ye playing time na ye bibi na fe prasa mba ye but ni na mu no abomodin pa I need ye bibia so edada na kwam edema Bernard Somwa na ena no ko a Somwa awie ye no odi nkomo o se ade baako eno nani gyenwo pa ade baako na ye de se ase okoye no day in day out bia no o improve and a coaching staff on so obia any edge no pa yentie sema Bernard Somwa editubia
like day in day out me improve coaching na and like me feel proud
Silver Sports
because any is me improve sa training house na me matches na me improve na coaching so na nyaje
Silver Sports
good eti Bernard Somwa ensem eno no na owie dey bisa say Africa and Europe. You say what's not Ghana? Gaza and Papresua. And say every 2 seconds be a dimaya. What's not Hanum, Aquarius, Warriors, and what copy Europe. Once a mile can the say, Honumu or ABB, a difference no woman, Saint Annetie, Yentie Ninsem.
For talent, difference a woman, I say, facilities, ne. Like they want more chances and yes Ghana chances and easy so being a chance no binyan or no your own now also ball baby biama na born be Ghana difficult
or say on there facilities no any chance na there ha is ansem kra no onya si so aye o yes so bebo na need ne kwama na kobobo na bibia so no akosue enti Bernard Somwa enso ensem eno no na coach Abdullah Ghazali the meeting say ene officially o shedwuma se e wo Heart to Folk na bibia so no atumi akosue pa na me adoma next week eno mo unveiling no enso ebetumi abaso amane manyina atoto din na Golden Kicks coach and din ede Fifi Parker Hansen no ono ne de na afi na ase nyango through but mo expect say ne coach no ebeba Heart to Folk training grounds na baba be hwese na niam so no esi ekwa ni na me de ho sem me de ema na Aduana Football Club so tamanfo agu Aduana ho so hu amanfo agu say ya bebre kwa ono mo hu magu na omo say players no omo out of contract omo contract ewu 1 Emmanuel Partey 2 Zakaria Mumuni Richard Mahama Justus Tosute Oyisojani
Silver Sports
Gabriel Akwasi Mensah
Silver Sports
Gideon Boateng and Joe Junior Joe Junior Joe Junior aha utidi na usebia na panyi bi o efre no Joe I know the media we Joe Junior enti Joe Junior no omo contract abawiye aha na players am say by mutual consent
98.3
and na omo etima papam enie Kwadwo Amoako Mediator Atakra Tijani Sise Emmanuel Poku Pepra and Abdel Latif Bamba Bamba de no akra na be kan asem na be kan asem kra etino sa 5 players so no mutual consent omo so atemdate omo contracts na say sene nema eten no kwadwa mo ako mediator atakora Tijani Sisi Emmanuel Poku Pepra na Abdul Latif Bamba nti omo so de enso eno no na on say Nations FC how to folk etro command Nations say Razak Simpson omo peno Razak Simpson Nations for now reply. I'm phobia. Am I ready? Phobia for say aye. Am I ready? Am I ready? It's okay. 125,000 euros.
Silver 98.3
100.
FM.
Yes. Mun calculate mama ni enhwe. Mun calculate ni me hard no.
Bit me 2 years cano in installment. Sa Barcelona cry it ya kanka cry. Nti haso folk dey 125 for the house so bit me 2 years say bi. Ana Nations the one pennies are picking crying.
O say 125,000 euros. I don't know number 150 hey, so what's na mun hard ni 125,000 euros.
125,000 euros. And that's the kaka haso folk bit me 2 years cano in installment too. Because abrofo no de no mutimi tua ne saa de a ade na ye ha yentimi tua ne saa ana ye ha ye ngene saa
o bitima
nti house focus do dey say sika wo His Royal Majesty to go after the 14th bitimi and
to him be 14 to 15 billion
krum had 14 to 15 billion
98.3 FM
bankers bitimi aye nkakakra saa de a
ta
say be on betimi achi man be
15 billion for Razak Simpson.
The whole season budget
15 billion
season back budget. Wow. Nations. Okay. Okay.
15 billion.
15 billion. That's the Nations 1% which is Razak Simpson on your Ghanaian club will be
oh, when a Ghanaian club, yeah, say 15 billion, they will be around Sokoto.
And then there's a kaka 15 billion or every. It's a way.
Any phobia.
And I mean, that's a woman, Kakaka Krana, who has the 15 billion pound for one player, the on you, Sakaka.
Sir,
the end of the idea, Yani, a class back
on the dia, and you're probably now. I
just in a quite justified, almost very almost justify a baby was
the 15 billion.
15 years.
Aha, for Razak Simpson.
Okay.
And non nations are communicating. And they actually had to folk.
Say
Muleta na ba yan saka.
Yeah.
Nti no mo so mo we crack no mo reply.
Okay.
To my reply almost 15 billion. Yes. For Razak Simpson. Nti no so no e ho sem eno no. Now, on set, now on your back, I say player ni ede Francis Ajete.
Yeah.
Any phobia and sem no, I call Cass. I am an as FIFA 4. I would that say has for in 20 na no.
Yes.
FIFA day. Or that tattoo.
Okay.
I'm catch the GF for the say. Omuni boy ni sika nyina mfama no. 100,000 Ghana cedis no. Omunyi ni nyina mfama no. Oma ni nyina mfama na. FIFA forward sika na beba no. 20% phobia for Ghana sanka.
Hey. Asamaba. 20%.
98.3 FM.
Bad news. Bad FNS so dey. FNS so dey ni sika na dey on fa ni sika sem ni agro. Enti dey tie bia. If so be make sure say obeje say sika na abrantia no say kaka 100,000 there say nkan hye da nye huhu bia sa 100,000 Ghana cedis there say me hye da nye sika bia no so say asofo kutena sia
oh you say if no I enforce mahasem tua on be hold 20% of FIFA forward funds kopem say skano has between na my boy no
and so the nkutajene and
Ansana Oma release 20%.
And the Amafin.
No, FNU almost better than 20%. And come on,
pressure pa.
Yes, and not press club no issue.
Yes,
any phobia you training.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
Prince Kwabno Usu.
Silver Sports.
As usual, free agent.
Silver Sports.
As usual, free agent.
Yes. But so far, no official deal.
Okay.
And also the and a concon come.
Okay.
Nti sign hon semtie. Enra. Kotoko say justify you say say training no say the omu yi. Enra players bi ko.
Okay.
Ishmael Dede. Onu ye ex Dreams FC and Karela United player.
Okay.
Ishmael entry. Or ya Ghana ni ba or Senegal. Onu so wo bi. Emmanuel Isaka, a striker. Emmanuel Ajmabadu, Spirito Zaza. So okay.
Yeah.
Former Kotoko defender.
Oh yes.
No. Osman Adamu, also Legon City's former player. Winger. Salem Bafada, Future Stars.
Silver Sports.
And some more quarting.
Silver Sports.
Okay.
SM train nano mo ye nan worship
six players.
Yes.
Okay.
Nan worship ti and also some and how to focus on Nations FC. BM almost say Abdul Karim on midfielder no. Omo nyamu pe ti omo twen say Nations. The reply no be ba na bibia. And so etima kosu kama. And so e ho no ma me de won ko bo no me de e ma. And some no dosu but yem ready ko. Yem ready ko pa. Nti me hwe wo de ma me ho na me ma mbre ne kaka na me ba de aka na patun. Na yem hwe de aka wachi ni na.
Sekaka di kan kra no sa wote say Asante Kotoko justifier na the about trim question about trim na e ba ko pe and say ye ba be season as no ye te say Kura the bank ruler of Asante Kotoko opim so na say tumfo
Silver 98.3 FM
men kai kura no na me kai be say be 15 billion bisika bi the ma team ni so mo fa nyom recruitment ni ade nyina kama etino se has Kotoko kwa Africa dia na oti 15 billion dia de na chere se the na Europe person chere se omo hwem no omo fa players a omo ni mbo e wo local terrain ni so no omo fo omo mra omo fo omo be hye team ni na se 15 billion ni na achi Kotoko person chere se players be mienu ana miensa na anan bi a omo di omo ba ye no 15 billion ni na asande a then na a bad business pa na Kotoko aye no because enra me be ka chere se even with the acquisition of some players we mu kura omo no me ka mini gidie wo se Kotoko be kwa Africa akwa make impact surunku bia eno kura ne ye se Kotoko artist ka kofa players na banu na gidie kura ni honom na afesu de asada ne justify midi kan kura te ne kan no na eya me se bi kura omo ya ma young porcupines for no by kamia se sisi ani bibia kire pe nsem so a communications director lawyer Safuduku Esquire so de betu dware kire se bibia kire se Asante Kotoko main team no ene e sa justify we dia mom men kase
o se na nkan mo plans no bata se
na se kaka de nkan plans utimi yamane yi
o se biase de
se na yesi run clubs yi e ga yekrum ho se kaka
o se unza de bia nkan plans but o ko en mo de ball no to na amanfo piapia na mo so ye na bia ye hwe o mo hwe e bia na fa na nya ba ko bi wo maka ho a
se kaka ni sa de na de be ha adwen pa because directions na Kotoko nam no atisi ano mo se ko e kam ya se ade we no kra se be sei na penkra modwuma ma ye nyina
justify
oh yes sir
se na bond se aye justify na player na players o mo modem wo so
se kaka
no this one Yakuba ye mfa tun
oh debi se kaka yi nti ye mfa clubs akese no ya o mo ye standard no aye di o mo debi e di o mo kan asem debi ya no ye mfa o mo nto honom nti Real Madrid mo Man City mo Liverpool mo Barca mo ebe ka say okay ye ba be justify ye ba be ye use players no ye players bi won ma omo clubs
omo honey different from her
say I didn't know by yin na so ye football omo so na ye see esua omo
honey different from her
by ye see esua omo eni esua na
Silver Sports
player bi ba Kotoko Michael Yeboah ona justify say ana Kotoko di nya no
say kaka say ye so sa de we so dia ye clubs no omo be kwa da bia omo be kwa ba omo be kwa ba yen set standard ne mfa mo yen mo standard no se kaka standard na o se ye de to clear e de to no say look sadia na e da wono ne se e wo se da bia mo ba na makọ Africa no na makọ na sika na hye ne asaba na sika na hye no de e wo se mujai because dia ya mo kwa ye mfa so bia ni so se kaka ewie na e be ba no wo de be sa ate ho nsam e be sa ba bochi kromu ade de bia timisi kroma I didn't see that team I walk Africa by now. I was thinking a deal to be a Kotokoya, no shit. I know shit, pa. Nanka supporters, let's one man. No way to me, home can be okay next season. Team in the African League in Africa, no, Bibi Papa be beating me about.
It's justified anybody.
Kotoko, bro, justify now, they will remain team in Abroso.
You players are mono. Maybe almost when I'm justifying so more prove you. Also, what Boston Yakuba didn't say. I'm business as no Debbie. A chum. Sakaka Yanganesa, football now, month for Nayano, Yangasan or Moyano. Now 15 billion on Quadifri Kura on I away. Omo you so Viana. The seven so be I said near Umberto. It Tony justify no because just say justify so Moyama young porcupines nedia. I sound it. But so we justify nama main team. They are Africa, Sekaka Africa we when they key no. From league in Nkwa what they call Africa. Say Sebio Manu Sumina so. Say young apostles be near Metiasie. 11 wonders near Metiasie, dreams near Metiasie, Legon cities near Metiasie. Sekaka house of folk no Kotoko justify. Nati. Patron.
Yeah, Kaka.
You look at it.
Silver, 98.3 FM.
100,000 kwa house in Timintiama Ajete. Na Razak 125,000. You know me to here.
Oh, say be your priorities.
Them priorities.
There have been a priority. Say be
the player can FIFA cast FIFA PK was won't be Pia over there to Razak.
Oh, to was it.
Hasn't been to Razak.
Ewiase obia name owiaso to a obia wo name bia problems obia wo ne problems but ba ku be ho no ma o tackle no first
100,000 Ghana cedis on team ntwa ma nipa ba ko Ajete 125,000 euros eno beti ma to oh on team nto ena nation so person obeton na ma house of folk enti ekwan o person o ka kire no we respectful way eno money house for you know. It is a way to tell House of Folk that Razak is not sellable to any local club.
No local club can.
The local team may be team at TSS can. Omuntiminto. Local team be no betimi at TSS can upfront Edema Nations a J may Razak. That is the side of the money. Now in terms of the football project Nankaza, Razak may be a ocean in Ghana. Where they want the boy to go next. And yet Accra House of Folk. They are looking for a team beyond the Ghana Premier League. Because after excelling with Nations FC in the Ghana Premier League, going to the Black Stars of Ghana, they want to find a better football club. So at here, a project in the Gina so din.
Where better means?
Ose.
Where better means?
Where better means a more befitting football club with a more befitting project than what the Ghana Premier League.
They had to book any befitting football club.
Can't crane the actual Ghana team men or project, real project is in any so.
Silver 98.3 FM.
I was a Blasters player, Razak Simpson. Omuntiminto. Baby Razak Simpson akwako drunu. He needs a club system ni ye juma project so what I say, and that club will 1-2 seasons. Oh, and no, I don't know. Agu Razak proof and no, I don't know. Dina because team no copy no project Papa Bia and the new Razak Simpson management. The last time I talked to them was the Nations FC.
Yeah, sure.
I've been there a couple of times, so I know what I'm talking about. Maybe on person boy in Econo is beyond us, is beyond any Ghana club. Anything on Muko to say is Kano. But also, they offer interest for a player, Omuntimi, and treat you with main kind of disrespect. So they will quote an amount, so I'll say 125,000 euros. Has to be to yourself.
Silver 98.3 FM.
Omuntimi Fasonko. Me kind of grenade, look at the team behind the Obetimi Ato. A branch here, friend. Simpson. Now man could become just for 100,000. A man 100,000. So I say. It was like Simpson for Nations FC. No Ghanaian club can afford that amount. Trials at Asante Kotoko. And coming against trials, yes, because for my experience, my who instances with teams in Libya, team real talented footballers through some of this exercise.
Yes.
Let me go back to House of Folk, Tariq Jibrin in 2008. Tariq Jibrin, Nensana almost saw it. In fact, chapter 0 in a son from Kumasi to Accra, a Montreal. Montreal no moves a Charlie is a fantastic player. So I said through some of these trials. And Omunya Bantia friend
98.3 FM.
Tariq Jibrin. Yeah. Ishmaelado House of Folk Sport no more ball tournament be or tema and has a sport so they invited him for trials. But so a hon day here. Or call a born and no bono muse na hon dem bro even senior players and also and almost signing. So men shada nye against trials. But you see, oya trials na bra main team ni the core. So I say the core of the team no my ball for 2, 3, 4 years. So now if you want to try as new bad, it's not bad. But to the situation where team Nankasa na so the core of the team no need. You understand? So when you resort to trials when the core of the team is not even there, you understand?
Yes.
That is where the problem is. I want a problem no.
Silver 98.3 FM.
To be very honest with you, European clubs in Omwe trials. Yes, they do trials.
Yeah.
Now in time to say our players go because team with trials or man family. Yes, they do it behind the scenes.
More invited players for trials.
Them baba trials no the bar England.
Yeah.
You understand? They will invite you. No akwa trials behind the scenes. No, agent, they also in the connection with the head coach in the no amount the chance to come and train with the team to try out. So I say, as the names again, they try out. Over so on the other. Say, oh, impress here, no matter. So most of the Ghanaian players in Paul Mokama no contract here is say you better try no. Enjoy the baby why if be probation.
Yeah, sure.
So I say probation maybe 6 months. That is your trial. So enye uncommon air practice. But then has ni kotoko yen best air Ghanaian air class no. So obey trials now. Exams are mebo boyini na air brand na teams ni
Silver 98.3 FM.
Yakuba yes kotoko nyane through trials. Apart from Yakuba why view.
Michael Eboa.
And Yakuba na Michael Eboa kwesi say. Mfa so be na kotoko nya ono so. Katre me. So what I say. So these are the questions they will say will be sir. But say who project or the see me I'm always about the project because football clubs look it's about project. 5 years you per se a Champions League, the next 10 years you per se a Champions League, the next 8 years you per se do this air level. The obey and the better and per project no you go so a coso because the Kotokone has in the United so many project we are a season or more prepare for 2025 2026 near Bebo. We are no Masaya prepare for 2026, 2027. Asa. I don't know. Prince, why you are
Silver Sports.
Why is this project?
Silver 98.3 FM.
So that was it.
So that was it. Madrid press up dead la decimano. Who did my brother was say? They started their project in 2009. And almost as you cover Ronaldo num, eto Alonso num, eto Karim Benzema. You remember that summer 2009? Almost top players, Papa. I want almost as ye. Say Champions League, it be a check into any project. And then the year project no 2009, 2010. I didn't know 2011 and 2012 and 2013. I didn't answer now 2014. And a project no so bound for so say 5 years investment no more years 5 years into a board the foundation no wa lady at all tell me foundation a Ghanaian class me no almost no has ni kotoko to dominate Africa in the next 5 years.
98.3 FM.
Tell me. Min ko achiro. Min ko machi bebre.
Ani omunya akwe.
O say. Sentina meka say teams ni do muntimi ngu no. Na emu mo mbeye bisa. good as in team go Kotoko has. They will still be competing, but ombe compete anyhow. Oh, young competitors are you toss 13 kwe. Say mama yati says has toss 13 no be toss 4 no a success kesi ye. Sana say mama yati ase. Kotoko FA Cup no mama yati say level no standard no. But if you want to see us in Kotoko at the very top of the African A game, this is not what they should be doing. And just try as we.
Okay.
Tiska, war chest. So I say, your friend of war chest. Now they are marketing him. Know what top project, what top players are, what the best are project in the next 5 years.
Silver.
What make you so over generation? Now we say call because say me ba me betre kwan ya faso G Champions League. A kwan faso G Champions League. Number 1, you assemble a talented side. Number 2, I also own a project ADC when this so, and then you must have your revenue generations consistent. Revenue generation, you know, I also a solid.
Me adma Saturday, no,
absolutely.
We'll be breaking it down.
Sape pepe. When team Nyeska, team keep talent. Madrid team keep Cristiano Ronaldo for 9 years because they generate money, so they're able to meet Ronaldo's high salary.
Okay, Mate,
you understand?
Yeah.
TP Mazembe, Ebefa Daniel Niaje, Gladson Awako, Richard Kisi Boateng, Eko PM Clote, Emmanuel Clote, Eko PM or TP Mazembe. They had a project 5 years. And for 5 years in this Eduriano, no matter Champions League, sure. I did the Confederation Cup.
Right.
So this is what I'm telling you that our Ghanaian clubs, Hassan Kotoko, they are not there. They are there for FA Cup.
Now, on Saturday, I'll be breaking it down here. 0322194158. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Kaka.
Yes, sir. Sorry, so now super drive Emirates House and maybe also and a fine part. You know, let's move on. Let's start ruling now, young cop. But we have mommy where we are because I'm not seeing this. Okay. You know, happy birthday, Eddie. I'm a Starboy.